Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Fast and the Furious 10 director quits. That's the topic of this video. Before I jump into another amazing article from Cosmic Book News, get going over, click subscribe, comment, like. I'd love to hear from you and what your opinion is on the new drama for this new Fast and the Furious sequel. Okay, so Justin Lin is a director. He's directed several of the Fast and the Furious films. So right there, you would think he would have tons of pull, tons of credibility. You would think that at this point, there's going to be 10, I can't even believe it, 10 of these movies in this franchise. It's got to be a record. Uh, I guess the Harry Potter films, I think there was what, like 8 or 9 of those movies. So this even beat that. Fast and the Furious is in like the I guess it would be considered in the same league, not quality wise, but at least as sequels goes, as the James Bond franchise. I mean, these things just keep cranked out more and more and more. And this director has directed several of them, so you would think that, I mean, how could he get so angry he would walk off the set? Well, that's what this is about. So Justin Lin and Vin Diesel had a major disagreement, which led to Lin leaving the franchise in the dust, with Louis Leterrier said to be taking over. It's learned that the director Justin Lin exited the Fast and the Furious franchise over butting heads with star and producer Vin Diesel. That's important to understand, because if it's just an actor, that's one thing, but if it's a producer, I mean, the producer basically is the person who pays and gets the movie made, or gets the resources together to have the movie made. And when the star of the entire franchise, Vin Diesel, is also the producer, he has tremendous power on set. He's like the king on set. So it says, which is not a surprise, and basically what everybody speculated. Insiders filled in the Hollywood Reporter what went down in regards to Justin Lin leaving Fast X. That's a better name than Fast 10 in the dust after only a few days of shooting. So only a few days this guy walked off. I wonder if the hiring of Brie Larson is what he was shaking his head about and walked off. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Reportedly, Justin Lin thought the script was solid, but Universal Pictures and Vin Diesel are said to have thought otherwise. So among the problems surrounding the film, Universal said it would be sending a writer to London to polish the dialogue for a few actors, which was not welcomed by Justin Lin at all, who directed 5 of the movies. So this guy directed half of the franchise. I mean, that's a pretty big deal when a guy has 5. I mean, most directors would kill to get 1 movie made. This guy got 5 just in this series, and was set to direct 2 additional ones to finish off the latest trilogy. I mean, we're talking serious dough, serious residuals here. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars this guy walked away from. And a location that was supposed to be set in Eastern Europe was cut due to the certain war going on. Things came to a head on April 23rd when Justin Lin and Vin Diesel had a major disagreement, where the 4-person meeting began with Vin Diesel having new notes about the movie, which ended with Justin Lin ticked off and slammed a door. Justin finally had enough and said, "This movie is not worth my mental health," said an insider source for the site. That's pretty crazy. A Universal spokesperson did say differently and filled in the Hollywood Reporter. Any creative differences leading to Justin Lin's exit were with the studio, not with fellow producers, cast, and crew. Okay, so that's a very politically correct statement that I would expect from a studio. I would probably go with the Hollywood Reporter. The initial report, I wouldn't really believe what any studio says. Vin Diesel, my way or the highway. It's also said that Fast X already had a huge budget of over $300 million, and that's without marketing costs. See, a lot of people don't understand, but marketing a movie, you can't just spend a ton of money to make a movie. You have to spend an even bigger sum of money to let people know the movie even exists, because there's more movies made now. There's more TV shows made now on streaming services than ever before. So you have to cut through the noise. So if a movie costs $100 million, if the budget to actually make the movie is $100 million, you're going to be spending at minimum $200 to $250 million on top of the $100 million just in marketing and campaigns alone. That's why movies have to make like $500 million to be able to even break even, which is another reason why Hollywood is failing. Because in the past, a movie could be, 5, 10, 25, $50 million. It makes 75, 100 million. You made all your money back and you're going to be making tons of profit. But I mean, if you got to hit a $500 million with every one of your films, that'd be like hitting a grand slam. You can't only hit a home run. You have to hit a grand slam every single time you go, every single time you finish making a film. And I mean, that's just not statistically going to happen. It says here that the studio is juggling 9 and 10-figure salaries for actors such as Charlize Theron, Jason Momoa, and Brie Larson, and veterans Michelle Rodriguez, Ludacris, and Tyrese Gibson. With it all said, all those figures pale in comparison to what Vin Diesel gets from the flick. Vin Diesel is known to be a bit of a prima donna when it comes to the Fast and Furious franchise. As it said, Vin Diesel regularly makes decisions in regards to certain action scenes, and Diesel would say yes or no to them, leaving to the director the job of making them fit. In addition, Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, butted heads, which saw Johnson leave the franchise as well. I don't know. I guess I'm a little different here. Personally, I think that Vin Diesel deserves to make the most money, and he deserves to have a say in the action scenes and some of the shots, because number one, he's not only the main actor, he's the actor that people want to go see. He's the one that became famous from the series. He's the one that made the series famous. He's also the producer. So he is investing his money into it. He's investing his I guess Hollywood clout and capital into it. And all these other people, Ludacris, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese. I mean, there aren't exactly a lot of big budget movies, banging on the door to have all these different actors in them. So, I mean, they're making a boatload of money. They're making more money in a month than most people do in their whole lifetime. I think it's only fair that Vin Diesel gets a bigger piece of the pie. But anyway, what do you think? Are you excited for Fast and the Furious 10? Do you think that the movie is going to be worse than the previous 9? Or do you think this franchise still has a long way to go? They could do Fast and the Furious 15. They could do Fast and the Furious 20. They could do Fast and the Furious 25. How crazy would that be, right? How crazy would it be if it hit Fast and the Furious 25 and you were alive and remember when the first Fast and the Furious came to theaters? It's nuts, right? It could happen. Anyway, let me know what you think. Comment below. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.